welcome back to the Liverpool Community Podcast with me, your host, Phil Beale. And it's great to be back here at the Big Condo Studios. And today we've got a very, very top quality local artist in the studio with me today. A lad who's been around for a long time on the scene now, although he's still very young, really, relatively speaking. And he's a Big Condo Records recording artist. And he works in the genre of hip hop, and I'd like you all to make a great big welcome to the wonderful Donno.
Nice one, brother.
Good to see you again.
Belt a little intro, that lad.
I'm getting better bit by bit.
I've never been so flattered, lad.
No, well, mate, I've seen your work, so I
appreciate it, lad. Nice one.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. So it's been a while since we've done a podcast. And so let's talk about what you've been up to in the last 12 months or so, and what you've been working on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you've got a mixtape coming out, is that right?
I have, yeah. Nearly finished. I've got one more song to record today.
Yeah.
And then obviously a few little final touch-ups, and then waiting on the artwork, and then it's ready to go.
Fabulous.
Called From The Ashes. Got I named it after one of the songs on it, that I feel like is one of my favourite songs. So I thought, name it after like the song in it. So
yeah.
The idea is more like obviously we all go through issues and all that and struggles, but then you got to rise from the ashes and spread the positivity from it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right. So with a mixtape, is there a difference? As I'm not that familiar, with kind of the genre and how you guys work, but is it where you use other people's songs and edit your own into them, edit your own verses and stuff into them, or is it still your own? Is it all your own beats and stuff that you create yourself? You
can do remixes of popular songs. That is an option, but that's not something I've opted for.
Right.
In terms of what actually the difference between the mixtape and like the singles or EPs is, like the mixtapes you don't own the rights to the actual instrumentals.
Oh right.
So it's all like beats off YouTube or wherever, you know what I mean? And you just write the songs too. So it's all like original lyrics, original ideas, but the beats I just don't own the beats, so you can't make revenue off it. But
gotcha.
It's like an advertising tool, a mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Fabulous, yeah. So it's
just to show people what the tools and the skills that I've got. So then when the singles come out, hopefully people buy them. You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic, yeah, absolutely brilliant. So that's cool. So I know last time we spoke in any depth together, you tell me about a connection to Ireland that you've been working on for a while now, and tell us a bit more about the background to that. How did that start up?
Well, I've always felt a deep connection to not just the country of Ireland, but the people and the culture, because I've got mainly Irish heritage myself. So
cool, yeah.
I've always felt like I've had more Irish blood flowing through my veins than English anyway. I've never felt English.
Oh wow, yeah. Have you got family over in Ireland as well as over here?
Yeah, I've got Irish family. Some of them live in England. Some of them are over there.
Yeah. So did you get to do holidays and stuff over there, or when you were younger?
Not really, no.
Oh right.
Yeah, not really, lad. Didn't really have the opportunities or the money to go on excursions and all that. But
gotcha, yeah.
I've been trying to spend a lot of time connecting with people over there and planning things to, I went over there last year, went to Belfast with my mate, went to a concert, went to see Kneecap perform at the Fela.
Kneecap,
yeah, we'll get onto them.
That is deep. That is deep.
It's a provocative name, lad, but
it is.
I think that's why they've done so well, lad, because they're that controversial.
Yeah, of course,
it makes noise, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but so yeah, obviously I've been connected to the land, country and culture for as long as I can remember. So that's where it started, like.
So are they in the hip hop genre as well?
It's I wouldn't say hip hop as such. They are rappers, but like the beats they use is a bit more like rave to it kind of thing.
Really? Yeah. Wow,
it's a bit mad, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love it. I listen to them and I was like, because I've been learning the Irish language as well.
How long for? When did you start doing that?
I'd say about a year and a half, maybe.
So still quite recent then.
Yeah. So like listening to music in Irish helps with, you know, the learning of the language and all that. So when I heard them rapping in Irish, so obviously two things that I love, the Irish language and rap, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Fantastic. So you're learning the language yourself,
Yeah.
and you're learning the colloquialisms as well by the sound of it, the slang that they use, and you're creating your own now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really exciting. So is that going to be on? Did you say it's got a track on? Is it just the one track on?
Yeah, so one
mixtape?
of the songs on this mixtape is it's called Dúj War Rower,
Right.
and that means big busty spliff. And so like that song, I wrote that inspired by my trip to Belfast to see Kneecap.
Fantastic.
Because like that's one of the phrases I learnt off their songs, was how to talk about smoking and all that. Because you can't learn that on, like, you know, on like a normal lesson, you know what I mean? Or
It's
online,
not going to be on the language audio tape, is it?
online resources and all that, and they don't tell you all that stuff, like. So it's a massive. It's not only do I enjoy listening to it, like it's a big resource for me as well.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the song was inspired by Kneecap and the visit that we did and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, brilliant.
yeah, I'm excited for it. We've wanted to record like a little interlude, so we should be doing that today as well. You know, like a little skit, like a little conversation.
Ah, yeah,
So me and my mate who went over.
Roy's dragged me in as you know, in the past. I've been
Yeah, well,
playing a cameo here and a cameo
well, this
there.
one, lad, there's no danger of you having to get dragged into it, so because you'd have to speak Irish.
Oh no, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, so so my mate who went over there, where he's from, Belfast. I'm gonna get him in because obviously he's got the accent and all that.
Of course, yeah.
So I wrote a little conversation about being late and taking ages to roll up and all that. You hurry up and all that. Fucking Jan Jiffer, will you? So it's gonna be sick. I'm excited for the song itself as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
So did you get to meet any of the artists while you're over there?
Yeah, I mean, I met 1/3 of Kneecap while I was there, because they did a mural unveiling on the day that they were performing.
Yeah.
You know, a few hours before.
What was the mural for?
Well, so the mural was a police van on fire.
Yeah.
You know.
They're astonishingly, they're vivid, aren't they? They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like some of the artwork in the city is just incredible. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely,
Like I had the chance to go and see the Peace Wall and all that. I was obviously I'd seen pictures and all that, but like it was a bit of a mad experience seeing it in person and being like, yo, like coming from Liverpool. Liverpool is a city with a lot of history, but then so's that as well. It's like it's all right in front of you, you know what I mean? Whereas like in Liverpool, you don't walk down the street and it's not obvious about the history, where it's there, it's in your face, it's everywhere, like it's painted on the walls, you know what I mean? So I got to meet them there. That was quite sick. I bought a t-shirt off them and all that, and a little badge. So actually, that's a funny story about the badge. I bought the badge from the table and the t-shirt and all that, and then they were all, you know, meet and greeting and all that. And DJ Provi, the DJ, went up to him and said, "Go Malesko," which means excuse me. I said, "Can we get a picture and that?" And he was like, yeah, of course, and all that. He looked at my badge, and it was his face on the badge, and he went, "I like your badge, son." I was like, yo, that was sick. Belter. And then I was like, "Oh, nice one, bro, big fan." And that. And he was like, "Are you from Liverpool?" I was like, "Yeah, man, Liverpool." And he was like, "Yo, sick, bro, we performed in Liverpool and all that." And I was like,
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'd only just missed that. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I didn't find out till it was
What a
too
shame.
late.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Are they signed over there? Have they got
I'm
a
not
deal?
sure whether they're signed or not, to be honest.
No.
Don't know.
But obviously online, yeah.
Yeah, they're all
So
online.
check out Kneecap, and there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Hashtag. Yeah. So what else are you doing? You're obviously appearing at the Weekender.
Yeah.
This, you know, within a couple of weekends now, we are from there.
4th of June, I'll be performing in the Casimir Stockroom.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice venue that I enjoy performing there every time. I did my first single launch there.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's built a little venue, lad. I like it.
Well, I went there for the first time about 3 weeks ago, and I'd seen it before. I thought it was a great place.
Got a nice little warehouse vibe in that room.
That's
right.
right. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, smoking area, beer
And it's
garden
nice and
things.
intimate as well, isn't it? You know, and get people packed in there.
Yeah.
Get great atmosphere.
Get them all in there like a tin of sardines, lad, innit?
That's the way.
Trust me.
That's going to be cool. So let's talk a little bit more about where your music comes from originally, you know, and How young were you when when it first really impacted on you? Would you say?
What, like, as in making music myself?
Well, listening to it emotionally and impacted on you emotionally and that.
Well, I was always emotionally impacted by hip hop. Grew up listening to NWA, 50 Cent, Public Enemy,
Oh yeah.
Eminem, things like that.
Was that through your mates or your family or?
More my dad, really. Like,
Yeah.
one of my earliest memories of listening to rap was he had all the CDs. I was throwing them in the CD players, and he had one of them Al Nokias, you know, them silver ones that he, for whatever they were, and he was playing Stan on it. That was the first time I ever heard Stan coming through a Nokia speaker, lad.
Wow.
I remember sitting there, lad, and we were both just sitting there just thinking, well, I don't know what he was thinking, lad, but I was thinking, yo, like, this is some mad storytelling, like, and it rhymes and that.
Absolutely
like,
incredible.
It blew me mind, bro, you know what I'm saying? So I've always had that love for storytelling and rap music and things like that. So then obviously as I got older,
so how old would you have been then at that point, roughly? Where were you in your life then?
I don't know, I could have been about 8
Yeah,
8 to 10.
yeah.
But I mean, I've been listening to rap a lot longer, but that's like one of the earliest things I can vividly remember, you know, from music, like, you know what I mean? I had the Akon CD and I'd be like that little kid in my room, locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out, no!
Fantastic.
Belters, lad, belters. Yeah, and...
So you started writing for yourself then?
Well...
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't start writing. When I was probably about 10 to 12, I was writing a bit of poetry.
Yeah.
Don't even think any of it rhymed.
Right.
But it was, with poetry, it was like, it was a lot different from what I'm actually doing now. It was, like I say, it was a bit random and all that. You're a kid, aren't you? Just saying mad stuff and that. And then I was about 15 when I decided to write my first rap, and it was all offbeat. I had no musical knowledge at all, you know what I'm saying. But the actual content of it was deep stuff, and you know, I think a couple of the words I used, you know, I've always had a wide range of vocabulary as a kid.
Were you a reader as a child?
Yeah.
That's where usually I think. I mean, I can say the same for myself, but that's because I was reading everything I could get hold of when I was from 5 years old, probably.
Well, as I got older and older, I read less and less as well, to be fair. But like I remember as a kid, my dad got me a science book, you know, about the human body and all that, and it come with, like, you know, one of them. What did he call them? Like little figures, and you take all the organs out and you got to put them back in the right way and all that. So I was always interested in reading things, but the things I was reading were like ridiculously complex.
Right.
So like, I think that might have been where I've got it from. You know
Yeah. That's interesting. So, but that's therefore a brilliant set of tools for you to express yourself.
Yeah, defo, lad. Yeah.
So, did you meet Roy at a fairly young age?
Yeah, I mean, I got in touch with Roy not long after I started rapping.
Right.
Yeah. So obviously I was.
You were aware of Roy on the scene, were you, or of his videos and stuff online? Or?
Well, here's how it happened. So obviously I was writing for like to help me get through stuff, you know, emotionally and all that. It was a bit of a therapy thing for me.
Absolutely.
But then I started thinking, like, I don't know, something inside me, like a fire lit in it. Like I didn't really understand it at the time, but I just knew I needed to do something and try and take it further and progress and all that. And I met a guy called Zach Jones. He was, he still is, I think, a rapper from Liverpool. Right. And he's a sound lad. You know, I said to him, "How do you? I want to get into rapping. Like, what would you say to do?" And he said, "Well, the first thing I'd tell you to do is go on Facebook, message Royce Rothschild, and you know, he'll help you out." Like, and that's what I did. Yeah. Wow. So I messaged Roy. I went on his Facebook, seen a post saying about you know, we're looking for artists to jump on an event.
So right.
So
okay.
I'd only wrote one. I wouldn't even call it a song, lad. You know what I'm saying? It was just a big accumulation of like deep bars filled with trauma. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah. So I said to him, "Look, I want to get involved. Want to do that." And he said, "Send me what music you've got. I sent him. It was the only thing I had, and I don't know why, lad. Yeah, but for some reason he gave me the opportunity, lad. Yeah. Well, I know why, because that's what he's like, innit? But
what he does.
yeah, that's what he does. But looking back on it now and seeing how bad I was at rapping back then, it's kind of like, yo, he put me on there. Like, I always knew he'd help me out, yeah, but didn't realise to what extent until I realised. Like, if someone sent me that, like, I'd like to give everyone an opportunity as well, but at the same time, you can't help everyone, can you? So if someone sent me something and it was what I'd done there, like I wouldn't feel comfortable saying, yeah,
Let's have you on.
yeah, jump on stage and all that.
But you did.
But I did it, lad, yeah.
Was that your first appearance?
It was, yeah, and that was in
I bet you were bricking it.
that was in Kitchen Street. That.
Were you cool about it?
Nah, lad, lad, I went up on stage, yeah.
But you didn't dry.
I didn't what?
You didn't dry up.
No, well, I nearly did, but I got through it. Like, I stood there, my legs were like that, my knees were rattling together and all that. I was stood there, big coat on, sweating, right? Didn't move once. I was just stood there like that.
I'm only laughing because...
No, I know, yeah, it was... Looking back...
I was playing guitar. I didn't realise your fingers could sweat. I was breaking it to such a degree. My fingers were sweating. I couldn't actually...
Slipping off the strings and that.
Right. I was so scared. So I completely relate to that.
It's a terrifying experience. Because, like, the thing is as well, lad, yeah. So, because I was nervous about it before, and Roy had an event on the week before in the same place. Right, yeah. So I was like, I'm going to that, to, to scope it out and all that. And it was Eternal from the Woo Killer Bees. Who was performing and all. So you're onto the Wu-Tang Clan. He's like a Wu-Tang affiliate. He's like one of them. And so we went there. I went there with my dad. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm performing here next week. Like, what, on the same stage as him, yeah. And it was a mad one. And then, so yeah, obviously the next week, we turned up. And that was me, lad, knees rattling. Right, and it was like but the Kitchen Street, it's like an underground vibe. It's all brick. Looks a bit like a basement of a pub,
right?
But like a big one, bigger than the performance room in Meraki.
Right, yeah.
That's about the same size as Meraki.
Yeah.
I'm getting mixed up with Kashmir.
Right, yeah.
Bigger than about the same size as Meraki.
Yeah, gotcha.
Similar vibe and all that. Actually,
yeah.
Light bulb. But
that's the last time I saw you play there.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, really good.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that was the first performance I ever did.
So he's listened to a tape which you think was terrible.
Yeah,
he said, "Yeah, you're on." He's watched you perform, and you've come off stage. The thing is,
well, yeah, when he said you're on, yeah, I'll give you the slot. Slot's 15 minutes. I'm like, yo, I've only done.
You got one song,
I've done this one thing, so I'm like, wrote 2 more and all that.
Wow.
To get it up to their time and all that.
What about the beats? Did you have your beats, or did he give you the beats?
Same thing, YouTube, bro. Just YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you got your music anyway.
Yeah. It's like a mine, lad. At YouTube, you can just go on there and just mine beats, lad.
Absolutely, yeah. So you came off stage after that first one. You'd obviously enjoyed it, or you wouldn't have carried on, would you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a sense of accomplishment that, like, I had the balls to get up and do that anyway.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Even though, like, I knew, like, at the time, I didn't know I was whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know anything about music, lad, so it was like people were saying to me, yo, you've got sick bars, but you need to work on your flow. Yeah. And I'm going, what's a flow?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not going to know until somebody tells you.
I didn't know any of that.
Absolutely,
I didn't know how to structure a song. I didn't know anything, lad, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know anything, lad, so yeah, until I was about 17 and Roisy opened the Big Condo Academy. Yeah. I was the first student to sign up.
Fabulous, yeah.
And yeah, he taught me everything.
Oh, amazing,
lad,
Fantastic.
How many beats are in a bar, how many bars are in a verse.
That's
you know what I mean, all that. How to actually do it, you know what I'm saying?
Fantastic.
Yeah, but that first performance, that was actually, the headline was Suspect and Beat Boy. And Suspect and Suspect and Beat Boy.
I think I've heard of Suspect.
Yeah, you will have,
Yeah.
lad, yeah. He rolls with me to events sometimes. And that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I've
he's
seen
been
it.
like a big brother to me in
Yeah,
the scene,
gotcha,
bro.
right.
Like, he's always looked after me.
Yeah. He
That was their
might,
first headline gig as
he
well.
might have
so
been
obviously-
that refreshment that you did. I think maybe when Starley came that night. Probably.
I think it was actually.
Probably there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, lad,
So he's another big
one
brother
who's
for
looked
you.
after me, took me under his wing, kind of thing, and all that.
Fabulous.
Yeah, bro. Without some of these people, lad, I don't know where I'd be at, lad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's just great.
yeah,
it's fantastic. What a lovely story. So, I mean, one of my stock questions is, how would you define the power of music? What's the power of music to you then?
it's quite a broad question, but I think music's got multiple powers. Like it's got healing qualities, but also like you can have demonic songs that are like can make you feel negative. You know what I mean? It's all about vibrations, bro. Like the universe is full of vibrations, and music's just another form of that. So if you're putting good energy and good vibrations into music, like that's what it'll do. So like for me, when I first started rapping, it was therapy for myself.
Right.
And then it sort of developed into people can relate to what I'm saying here,
Exactly.
so it's therapy for them too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like I come to the thinking of like if I can help at least one other person through something like it's a success in it.
That's right. And if they're stuck in their bedroom,
yeah,
and they hear something that you've produced, and they say, God, somebody else feels the same way as me. That's so powerful.
I've had people come up to me, yeah, and say, like, there's this song on my YouTube, yeah, called The Mindset.
Right.
And like that was early days me. And it was like, it was ever so slightly offbeat, but it was, I've had someone say to me, I love the way you rap off beat but make it work. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? But then I've had some kids saying to me, oh lad, I used to listen to The Mindset every day in work and that helped me through some stuff and that. I'm looking at him going like, I thought, are you broken, bro?
Wow.
Like,
no, but it's powerful.
That's a bad song for me, lad. You know what I mean? Like, it actually helped someone through something, and I was like,
that must
gave me some perspective.
A great feeling.
Spiritually, bro, that's the power of music. But also, it's a massive marketing tool as well, lad. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
figure out what you're selling, bro. So like, in the industry, lad, it's got economical power as well as spiritual power. It's a big tool if you know how to use it correctly. Like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Where do you want to take it to?
The very top.
All the way, absolutely. Yeah.
Trying to change the world, lad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I can't just do that from Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Liverpool's where I'm growing, and it's nurtured me.
Yes.
To the point where I'm at. But obviously, lad, you need to branch out and spread that message, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the whole planet's in turmoil, lad, and I'm here to calm the storm. You know what I'm saying?
But you've got an interesting necklace that you're wearing there. Tell us a bit about what that means.
So that is called.
Is that part of that branching out for you?
Perhaps. I mean, it's with or without the music I'd be doing. So basically, this is a Fáinne Airgid. That's Irish for silver ring. So these are used to demonstrate a willingness and or ability to speak the Irish language.
Right.
So the silver one is like up to a certain level, and then there's a gold one for fluent speakers.
Right.
So my goal is to get the gold one eventually, do you know what I'm saying?
Amazing,
but
yeah.
we're going to have to earn that, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't technically earn this either. I just got myself to a point where I thought, I got to myself to a point where I could have a conversation with someone if needs be. And like if they're speaking too fast, I can say to them in Irish, speak slower, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, if I can have a conversation, perfect time to get one, bro, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
That's what it's all about, lad, is to show, you know, if someone knows what it is and they see you wearing it, you know, I can speak Irish to him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And because it was such an oppressed language for so long, lad.
Well, of course, yeah, that's right. Same for Welsh.
That's it, lad. Well, the Welsh seem to have kept their language in better condition.
I think that's true.
I think the reasoning behind that, in my opinion, is...
well, the occupation ended a lot further back for Wales.
I think the
than
English
it did for
allowed
Ireland.
the Welsh the language because they weren't as much trouble.
Yeah.
The Irish, whereas the Irish were a lot more rebellious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over nearly 1,000 years now.
You know that's right. It's a long time since the Welsh.
They actually made it illegal for children to speak Irish together. You know, it's illegal. It was illegal to speak Irish at all. So used to beat you with a stick, you know, if you got caught speaking Irish and all that, and that was them being nice about it, like, you know what I mean?
Dreadful, yeah, dreadful.
So obviously, that put the language into massive decline, and now a lot of people, even in Ireland, Irish people, have got like, they hate the language, lad.
Really?
They hate it, bro.
Really? Wow.
Like, and it's...
Because they've been conditioned that way?
They've been conditioned that way, and like, also, obviously, since the Republic of Ireland's existence and they've set up their own educational systems and all that,
Sure.
the way they teach Irish is terrible, lad. Like,
Oh, really?
they teach it like it's a foreign language.
Wow.
So, like, you know, the same as you'd learn French or Spanish,
Sure.
German, whatever,
Sure.
they teach it in the same way. So, no one's actually, like, feeling connected to the language.
Right, no.
You know, but it's the native language of the country, lad. Like,
that's right.
it's a very geographical and spiritual language as well, lad. That's what draws me to it even more. Like, obviously, I started learning it because to connect more to my heritage and all that. But then as I, you know, dug more into it, went down the rabbit hole and saw how much of a spiritual language it is, lad. Like I fell in love with it even more, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like,
yeah.
It's a geographical thing, lad. Like, a lot of the place names and all that. Like the name for Belfast in Irish is Belfast, yeah. And that's like mouth of the... It's something to do with... When you look at Belfast on the map, yeah, it's like the channel comes in.
That's
and
right.
It's like, looks like a mouth. That's where it comes from.
Gotcha.
And it's, the whole
right.
country is just full of stuff like that, bro. Do you know what I'm
Wow,
saying? It's
amazing,
like...
yeah.
There's 32 words for field.
Good grief. That's like... They say that the Eskimos have got something like 50 words for snow.
Yeah, it's crazy, lad. Like, a guy called Mancan Magan wrote a book called 32 Words for Field.
Amazing.
And like, when I thought 32 words for field, so obviously they've got different types of fields.
Of course.
There's a park.
Just reflects that background, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a wheat field, you know, farmers, there's all different types and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like, that's only the tip of the iceberg, bro. Like, it goes deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's even different words for physical places and spiritual places. And
Oh,
all
wow,
that. Like,
really,
It's incredible, lad. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you're going to spend more time over there by the sound of it?
Definitely, bro,
as one of your ambitions,
like the music scene over there.
Well, it's always been vibrant, mate. I mean, I've got Irish bands that are my idols.
I mean, you know, in terms
Absolutely.
of like bands and stuff, yeah, smashing it. But in terms of rap, the rap scene over there is not massive, lad. Like, it is starting to grow now, and you know, there's more and more artists coming out. Even in Belfast, bro, it's only a small city, lad, and like, there's a lot of, you know, artists coming out of there now. I'm excited to get involved in that.
Fantastic, yeah. Did you get a chance to mention what you do to the lad from Kneecap that you met?
It was all a bit hectic, bro. At the same time as well, I didn't want it to seem like I was trying to like promote myself.
Yeah,
I was genuinely there to just,
as a fan sort of thing.
To enjoy what they're doing and learn things and all that.
Yeah.
But you know, I've got no doubt there'll be further opportunities to meet them.
Well, without a doubt.
I've envisioned it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So
that's what you got to do, innit? Manifest it, man.
You don't throw it all at someone at once, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought, all right, I
totally
had a little interaction. Next time I see you.
Yeah. He'll remember you.
And I know a bit more Irish as well. Be like, that's that Scouse kid. You know
That's
what I'm
right,
saying?
exactly right.
By the way, lad, get on these songs I've been writing in Irish, lad. Yous have, you know, inspired me, lads. You know what I mean?
That's right, mate.
So like, one of my biggest goals for over there is I'd love to get a collab with them one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I'm gonna have to build my brand more, because they are smashing it, lad. Like, they've been performing all over Europe and everything, lad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're not even rapping in English, lad.
Yeah, that's astonishing, isn't it?
Yeah,
but again, it's testament
like,
again.
They do use English as well. You know what I mean?
Sure. But again, it's testament to what the power of music represents, isn't it? It's international, and it's its own language, which we can all tap into, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what language you're speaking, you can still feel the power of it, can't you, and the emotion.
Another goal of mine for over there is where we saw them perform at the Fela. So the Fela is a big cultural festival in Belfast.
Okay, yeah.
Irish culture. So they do Irish language workshops and music and all that. But my goal one day is to perform on that stage, bro. It's a proper festival, lad. It looked like Leeds Fest and that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
amazing!
I was like, yo. When we walked onto that field, bro, in the Falls Park, we walked in there. I looked at the stage and I went, lad, I'm performing on that stage one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it and my heart just went. I was like, that's me.
Fantastic.
I don't know if there's actually been anyone born in England who's performed at that. So I might be the first when it happens, lad.
Wouldn't
So
that be amazing, man?
it would be, lad. Yeah.
That would be fun. Well,
So
I'll
obviously,
tell you what,
I
mate.
need more Irish language material before I'm
Sure, yeah,
saying.
yeah.
But of course,
Yeah.
that's something I'm working towards.
Yeah, keep bringing your profile up. Get out there and yeah, absolutely, mate. Get noticed. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of normal gigs over there and bars and
course,
clubs
yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
That's
You know,
right,
get
yeah.
your name out there.
That's right. That's right.
Of course, lad. Yeah.
That's right. Get a following.
Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. So good to talk to you.
No
It's been
doubt.
absolutely fascinating, and always good to see you. Always good to see you. So we're just about out of time now, unfortunately, mate. But it's been a great chat. Really enjoyed it, and we'll get it out in time for the weekender, so we can get that publicity out there. Just give us your social media handles again. Your hashtag Donno, is it? Donno Music? You tell me.
So I'm on all social media at Donno Music, DONNO Music. If you don't know how to spell music, you've got something
You're in the
going
wrong
on.
place.
Yeah, you're in the wrong place, mate. If you don't know, get to know. You know what I'm saying? Donno Music, you get me?
Fantastic, mate. That's awesome.
Know that.
So once again, we come to the end of another Liverpool Community Podcast, and it's been fantastic today with Donno, and just like and follow and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're hearing here, and for now, I will say from me, Phil Beale, and from Donno, and the Liverpool Community Podcast here at Big Condo Academy, we're out of here.
Slán go fóill a chairde.